Hey guys, day 40. Today we are going live. For the first time ever went live, but I just figured, you know what? I usually go home, do some editing to the video, but I don't really do a lot. I just kind of put it out there, and I figured today we'll just go live so I can make sure I can get this video out there, ASAP. But as you can see, today it's snowing. I don't know if you can see all the snow coming down. It's definitely coming down. It's cold. And yeah, not a lot of people out here, obviously. There's nobody out here, honestly. Yeah, so first off, I want to say, hey, if you guys are out there in snow, make sure you dress properly. I was raised in Alaska, so I know a little thing about dressing for the weather. And I hope that you guys, listen to my advice. It's a little bit different. Like if you live, I don't know, maybe someplace that doesn't get a lot of snow. Let's say like North Carolina, Virginia, somewhere like that, right? You think you know how to deal with snow. Well, you don't even know what snow is. You don't know what cold is. We have these things called snowsuits up in Alaska. And you wear those snowsuits because it can get so cold. The coldest I remember, we were up in Fairbanks. I believe it was 60 below zero is what I think my mom told me. But I remember it was so freaking cold up there in my snowsuit, which are different than snowsuits you have down here in the lower states. It was cold. And 60 below zero, I don't even think that was what the wind is, to dress in layers. That's what I do. I have a shirt on underneath. I'm the only one out here. It's just me. I could sprain my ankle, whatever, and be out here for a while. So gotta make sure you plan ahead, right? Dress to be warm, and then try not to get cold, because once you get cold, it's hard to get warm again. So today I want to talk about change. I usually say I'm a little bit more animated, maybe too much coffee, but anyways, we'll talk about change. So yeah, so I was talking to somebody that's going through similar problems as me, a little bit younger than me. I think he's in his late 40s, and he's going through a divorce also, and having a difficult time. He has kids also that are younger, so that even makes it more complicated, right? But it's kind of like we're talking like, obviously I have options, right? When I get in better shape, I'll even have more options, right? And I could date, many women if I want to. Not trying to be prideful or anything like that, but there's people out there, right? That I could date. And I've already been on dating sites, had women contact me, and I basically just shut it down because, in my view, I'm not ready. It's not fair to them. It's not fair to me. I'm not in a shape that I want to be at either. So it's just not the right time, right? And these people are just people, right? Why would I, put them through something where I'm not 100%, right? And it might take me a while to be 100%. So I just kind of, I guess, brushed them off, just told them the truth, tell them my situation, and then things disappear, right? Because I don't think anybody wants to get into a relationship where somebody's not 100%. I don't blame them, and good for them. So yeah, but with that said, there's the whole thing about being married for 17 years, and it's a long time, man. It's a long time, and I'm an old guy, man. I'm 53 years old, and when you're younger, you tend to deal with change a little bit more. You'll see a lot of young people switch between jobs very easily. It's not a big deal. I did it myself. I jumped around so much when I was younger in my employment. As I got older, I just got comfortable where I was at. And I kind of just stayed where I'm at. And that's where I'm at right now, right? I'm like, my plan was to retire at the end of this year and travel the world. Like, really. I was going to retire. I saved up all my money for all these years and decided I was going to retire after this year. Beginning of 2025 is when I would be able to retire. And then this happens. So I don't like that. I basically worked for 12 years hard, not spending money, not going out buying Ferraris, not living the lifestyle of somebody who makes the kind of money I make. And just so I could retire. So now everything's changed. My wife has left me, so now I got to figure out what my future is going to be. I see these women, they all have children, either young or old. And it's almost like I'm starting all over again, And it's dangerous out here, man. I don't even know why I'm out here. But, and I'm just, it's a hard thing to think about, right? Just to start all over again and then possibly have the same result, just at a later age. It's just, I don't know. It's daunting, it's terrifying. And it's just like I told somebody, I was like, I'd rather keep the old rattlesnake that I have than go find somebody else. And, there's some truth to that, It's like, I think as humans, or just even animals, right? We don't like change. We don't like change at all. And it's kind of like you change your dog's food. It messes with them, stresses out animals to change their food out, just doing something as simple as that. But we humans don't deal with change well either, and it stresses us out. And that's basically what's going on in my life right now. It's just, I'm stressed. I'm afraid of the future. I'm like, man, I don't want to grow old alone. It's just those type of things, right? Have somebody that always has your back. Like, I thought they had my back. It was my wife here, but it wasn't the case. So anyways, so how do we change being able to deal with change? How do we make that change? I don't know, man. Maybe I'll figure it out on the walk here. Get my heart rate up a little bit, going up some of these freaking hills and slipping on some of the snow. But I don't know. I think maybe we have to get used to small changes, right? With anything, usually, the small things, you kind of do a little bit and do a little bit, and you just kind of get more comfortable with it. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I just gotta make some changes to myself to, be able to deal with that. But I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions about how to deal with change better, I would love to know. But obviously, I haven't been doing too well. But it's also the thing about being comfortable with the uncomfortable, right? And maybe looking at change kind of like this snow, right? Yeah, it's not a beautiful sunny day. But what's to say that this is not a beautiful snowy day? That I get to be out here in nature, right? I could look at it. I guess it's really perception. And maybe that's what we got to do, right? We got to change our perception of what this change really is. Maybe the change is good. Maybe this is something, positive. Maybe that's how we have to look at it. I don't know. Like, I guess if you think about buying a new car, that's change. You're going from your older car to your new car. You might have some emotional attachment to that new car, or to that old car, but you quickly start to enjoy the positives of the new car. right? So maybe that's an analogy that I could use, right? Not saying I want to go out and get a new car or a new woman, but this is the cards that were dealt to me. So maybe I can just be comfortable with that and then look at the positives of that. And that's what I'm trying to do, honestly. There are some positives, right? Honestly, she wasn't the best wife. She wasn't the best wife. She had a lot of faults. But I think, you know, I just got to look at the positives in life that I currently have. I don't have anybody telling me what I can and cannot do. So that's a positive. If I want to just jump on an airplane, travel to freaking, I don't know, Costa Rica, I could go do that on a whim. Could do that tonight. Well, I had to get approval from other people, but I can't really say. But yeah, I mean, I could maybe get 30-day notice. But yeah, I mean, I can travel. I can do things that I normally wouldn't be able to do. Go hang out with my friends, and I really haven't hung out with in a while. Have some fun times with them, and that's kind of what I was talking about yesterday. About maybe taking a trip or something. Maybe just flying down to Florida or something. Just hang out with my old buddies, and you know, just try to embrace that. So yeah. So I think that's it, guys. I think, you know, just like buying a new car, you still have sentimental attachment to the older car, but you quickly start to realize the benefits of the new car. Maybe it's heated seats, right? Maybe it's you know, maybe it's a 4-wheel drive, you know, and you could drive in the snow. Maybe it's whatever, right? So you got to look at the positives of that new change, and that's what I'm gonna do. And anyways, I think that's it for today, guys. Remember what I said about cold. Also, gloves like this are not made for real cold. Okay? Finger gloves. No. You need mittens. You need all your fingers connected to each other. All right? I mean, you can take your glove down a little bit and just ball your fist up to keep yourself more warm. That's a recommendation, but mittens are the way to go. Only reason finger gloves are good is if you're working on something, but your heat, basically, by having your fingers together, they can heat themselves and keep them heated together. Same with your toes and everything else. Basically, your body puts off the heat, and all you're doing is trying to trap that heat in. And like I was talking about before, you never want to let yourself get cold, because then it's really hard to get yourself back warm again. So start off warm, take off layers as you need to, and that's my tip of the day for keeping so you don't get frostbite or other problems. And hands, head, very important to keep warm. But yeah, one day I suggest everybody make a trip up to Alaska. I don't care where you're from. I know it gets cold in Chicago. Been there. I know it gets cold in Maine. But you guys don't know anything. You guys don't know anything. You go to Alaska, Fairbanks, go see the glaciers. Amazing place up there. And go experience real cold. Like really, really cold. And you'll see what I'm talking about. But just please try to dress warmly. And I hope you guys still get out there and work out just like I am today. Nobody's out here. It's just me and the snow. That's it today. And it's should never let anything stop you from getting your workouts in. And I know I had a little bit of inconsistency there, but you know, I'm back on track, man. Trying to get to my goals. Hopefully, at the end of this next 30 days here, so it'd be 90 days, right? I'm at day 40. Well, actually 60 days. Got 20 more days till my next checkpoint. So keep watching, guys, and I really appreciate you guys. Hey, there's a Flying Dutchman right there, man. All right, he's on there. That's my buddy right there. But yeah, just I tell you, he's been so instrumental trying to keep me going here, man. He's a tough guy. He's a former Army Ranger dude, and I appreciate him. I appreciate everybody. Everybody has some words of advice to help us along here in life. We're all brothers here, and I just appreciate you guys. And I'm going to cut the video off here. But again, if you guys are watching this, I appreciate you. And if you're not a subscriber, keep on subscribe. Keep watching and subscribe. I appreciate you all. Have a good one, guys. See you later, Mr. Dutchman.